found out there. I had a couple of questions. The one I watched was Mad at You, you and Petway.
Okay.
I liked it. You know, I thought it kept me entertained. You know, I put it on and I start walking around doing things. So it's a good sign when I'm walking around doing things, but I keep stopping at the TV. You know, so that was a good thing. And a question I have for you, because the reason why I like it is it's like old school hip hop where you're trading going back bar for bar. You know what I mean? It's like a couple lines and hand it off. And I really like that as being like one old school head who loved like DOS Effects and you know, and EPMD, like the trade off back and forth to me, I always loved it. You know, so to see you guys doing that on the first thing I clicked on, I was like, oh, I like that. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So here's a question for you, because I wanted to ask, when you guys recorded that, did you record it, you were both in the booth and you're going back and forth, or you going in there spitting it and then he's going in there and spitting it and then they put it together?
No, we had two mics, two separate mics.
Got you. In the booth at the same time, recording it that way. Got you. Okay.
It took us to officially write the song. It probably took us 2 hours to write all 3 verses.
Yeah.
The next day we went in there and did it. We didn't think it would come out like that. We didn't know how it would come out. It was our first track like that. So, but... yeah, we liked it. We shot a video to it.
Yeah. No, I think it worked. I liked it. So, you know, we're probably going to cut to it right now.
Yo, some niggas been talking some shit, bro. You already know. Let's get at 'em. Let's give 'em a shout out. Sup. Yeah. Yo. Shout out to these fucking faggots. All these niggas trash. LEEK, leave them with the fucking maggots.
Shout out to my fucking team. Cause we whipping magic, sipping passion in the stew whenever we getting at them.
Getting at them, trigger happy, treat them like I'm Bin Laden.
Pants sagging, bitch bagging.
Can't help that I'm your chick magnet.
Relaxing
with a couple bitches and we
G-macking. Shout out to these fucking haters, cause we ain't mad at you.
And shout out to these fucking thotties, let me throw a bag at you.
Shake that thing for me, baby, let me throw some cash at you.
And if I need to move some dope, can I throw the stash at you? Won't trust them with the work, I ain't mad at you.
I get money and make moves, I ain't mad at you. Nigga, this is what I do, I ain't mad at you. Never fucking with my cool, I ain't mad at you. See, I ain't mad at you.
I'm just trying to make some move, I ain't mad at you. You can catch me in the booth, I ain't mad at you. 845th, we the truth, we ain't mad at you.
And we'll let the people see what I was saying. But I liked it, though. I appreciated the back and forth. It brought me back.
That's what's up.
So, and you did the production on that? Who did the production?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I like that one. Good. Then I saw another one. It was Last Days.
Okay,
yeah. Tell me a little bit about Last Days.
Last Days, that's coming off my EP, Something to Prove.
Okay.
Magic made the beat. Shout out to Magic. When I first heard that beat, man, everything came to me. The whole universe came to me. You know, I just felt it and started writing. And then I spoke to Petway about it. I was like, yo, man, I need a visual for this. So we shot a little bit in Poughkeepsie, and we went to the Bronx, shot a little bit, and the video was done.
Got you.
But I think that's my... say a lot of things in there. I don't think people get it yet until they either listen to it a few times or ask me.
Yeah.
But I really lyrically like that song for myself. There's a lot of songs I make that I don't lyrically like, and I'm a lyric guy, but I lyrically like that song. It's my favorite song. That probably got more to come, but right now that's my favorite.
You feel like you went in on that one?
Yeah, I did.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh, my peers like it too. So
yeah, I was gonna ask you about that too, because I think it's that one where you start shouting out like YOQB. But it's because you have ties down to the city. I wanted to just ask you, where that came from, but being from Jamaica, Queens, that makes sense now, And then another one that I had on here was Heartbreak City, is what I wrote down. I was on to ask, did you produce that?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was dope. I kind of like how that was flowing. It came up on my list because, you put LEEK Jones in and then different things come up. So some things that you produced, some things that you were featured in came up. And then what was this one? What was this? I think this one had, this dude had something to do with it, was Keep Frontin' on Me. K Bizzle.
Yeah. K Bizzle.
Talk to me about that song.
K Bizzle. Shout out to K Bizzle, man. He's in LA right now.
Okay.
Holding it down for us. I made the beat, and I had to be somewhere, and K Bizzle was walking in.
Okay.
And Pavese was there too. And
He's smiling over there. Look at him.
Pavese was there. I had no plans for the beat or whatnot, so I come to the studio the next day. No, I click on this track front. I was like, oh, they must have did a song.
Yeah.
So I click on it. I'm like, oh, this is a hit.
Yeah.
A couple weeks later, they went down to Miami, shot the video too.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah,
I thought the visuals looked a little 845-ish.
Okay. Yeah. He's down there in Miami,
Okay.
having a good time. But I really like that song. It's like it's catchy. It's catchy. It's for the culture right now. Yeah, shout out to K Bizzle, man.
Yeah.
K Bizzle down in LA holding it down for us, man.
I could be wrong, but I think when Brigavelli did her interview here, she brought him in thickness. I think.
Yeah, she did.
She did, right? Yeah. So I thought he looked familiar. I'm like, I think I know dude, but he was here. Okay, yeah. He was a cool dude. Cool dude. I have a note here, the Heartbreak City song, and I wrote he produced it. I wanted to ask you, what do you produce on?
What do you mean?
Like, what are you making your beats on?
Oh, machine, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I seen that had an ad in the Source for like 2 years. You bought it, huh?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
So, it kind of looks like that's the one. It kind of looks like a little MPC, right? But it's its own little everything inside.
It's a controller.
Yeah,
controller for the software. Yeah.
Gotcha. Being an MPC head myself, you know.
That's what I first started using.
Oh, okay.
MPC,
Okay, you got the 2000 Excel right there, you know. I was a sample head. You'll see records around, you know what I mean? So give me a little insight. I don't want you to give the cookbook away,
okay.
You know what I mean? But, you know, let's talk a little bit about production and how, you know, what's your approach to it when you're making stuff now?
It's all about the mood I'm in. I go directly off the mood, or sometimes I do let it flow to me, but most of the time it's the mood I'm in.
Okay.
And I just start with a mood changing sound.
Okay.
And I go from there. And
Gotcha.
It's usually all easy, but sometimes it's not. And I do get frustrated, scratch a beat, go and move on to the next one.
Sometimes
But
it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. Or sound. So when you do that, are you saying you're grabbing a sample or you're going through like a category of sounds and you're just trying to find that one that's changing your
Nah,
movement?
I play the keys, so I
Gotcha.
make my own sounds.
Gotcha.
Most of the time.
Okay.
A lot of the times. Yeah.
Got you.
I like to take it from here and
play it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can dig it. That's what's up. Cool. So moving on as we do here at Finally TV. Real quick, before we move on to the next thing, why don't we look into the camera, let the people know where they can find you, you know, Instagram, the Facebook, whatever you got going on, let them know.
Leek Jones. I'm www.845thstreetentertainment.com. I'm on YouTube, Leek Jones, just Leek Jones everywhere. My Instagram is Leek Jones _845th. Basically, Leek Jones everywhere.
That's what's up. So we've talked a lot about, you know, music, you know, being in the city, moving down south, coming back here, figuring out you could record a little something with the uncle.
Yeah.
But, you know, your uncle's not going to ask you to come down here and record something just out of the blue. So he had to know there was something musical about you. So where's the inspiration coming from to you? Like, where's that inspiration? Where'd you get that inspiration from to even want to do music in the first place?
Like, before I moved up here with him, like I said, I really knew nothing about real hip hop music. So he put me on to a lot of it, and I liked it.
Gotcha.
I instantly liked Nas, Rakim, DMX. I love these dudes. Like, they are what I went through at a certain point in my life. It's a lot of other you know, artists from New York that made me fall in love with it.
Gotcha.
That really made me fall in love with it, and being that I can go and record and get out what I want to get out in a certain way, you know, instead of doing something criminal behind it, or I could that took my ease off.
Gotcha.
Recording music.
Got you. For inspiration, you know, you couldn't have mentioned 3 more inspirational people in hip hop. You know, Rakim's probably inspired everybody we all listen to today. His best rapper, like their favorite rapper is Rakim, probably. You know what I mean? People like DMX. I saw DMX. I got it when I first heard DMX. I understood it. You know, I was like, okay, this is dope. It's, you know, it sounds different. You know what I mean? He's barking on the track. Like, you know what I mean? Literally and figuratively. You know, barking on it. You know, but when I saw him live, it all came together for me. It all like made sense once I saw him live. He left his heart out there. You know what I mean?
Every time.
And we weren't anywhere special. It wasn't like, you know, we was in New York City and he had to put on. I was somewhere weak in the woods and he was out there just murdering it, you know, and he left it all out. I mean, you felt like he was going to cry. You know what I mean? I think he was. You know what I mean? Like, there might have been a point during that performance he cried. So I could see why and how you could get inspired by them. Moving on a little bit, let's talk a little bit about, you know, LEEK and the person that be, you know. Tell me about what you're doing if you're not doing music. If you ain't doing music, what are you doing?
If I'm not doing music, I'm educating myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So reading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Studying.
Got you.
Either educate myself or my daughter.
Oh, okay.
She's 4 years old.
Oh.
And she actually has a track out too.
Whoa,
I be searching
Jones on the track.
long time.
Featuring Brigga Belly. Produced by LEEK Jones.
Now.
Hey.
Up, up, up.
Oh.
Up, up, down.
Down.
Up, up, up.
Let's go.
We searching for a long time. I've been searching. I've been searching.
Music.
I've been seizing. I've been killing.
Let's go.
Keep it down, stay in this hour.
Okay, Brigga Belly.
Is she really?
Yes.
Okay.
I almost cried the first time she I had her in the studio with me, and I don't think she's ever been in the studio before.
Okay.
And I put her in there. She goes in the booth. I lowered the mic for her. I wasn't recording at the time, so she goes in there and messes around. She comes out and says, "Daddy, I want to hear it. I want to hear it." I'm like, "You want to hear it? What do you know about recording?"
Yeah.
So she goes back in there, and it was amazing, man. She was on beat. She was singing, harmonizing. I've
Wow.
never heard this from her before.
Wow. Okay.
And she did that, and then Brigga Belly went in behind her.
Yeah.
So they both featured on the track together. It was nice, man. It was nice. I wish I could play it for you.
Yeah.
It was nice. It's called I've Been Searching. That's actually going on World Collision Volume 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you got a copy, man, I'll play it.
right. Got you.
Send it through. We'll let the people hear.
Yeah, if I'm not doing music,
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking about doing music, or I'm educating myself, like I said.
Okay. What any topics? You said you read a lot. Any topics that you kind of gravitate towards?
Nah, just try to stay in the music biz.
Oh
for
yeah,
now.
stay in music, like the business of it,
the
and
learning,
the know-how.
learning business too. As far as not just music, but
It's
learning
important.
business. Yeah.
It's a huge half, and I think it goes neglected a lot, and that's why people end up, you know, not making money or not capitalizing.
They don't know where they went wrong.
Yeah, you know, so to know the business side is very important. You know, sometimes, you know, you really would like to just learn from reading about it or hearing about it rather than living through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you lived through it, you probably took a L. You know what I mean? So if you could learn from the...
Yeah, I don't just want to be an artist. I want to one day, you know, recruit artists, people who want to represent us the way we do too. So
Gotcha.
you got to learn business to do that, right?
Gotcha. Yes, absolutely, without question. So we talking about favorite activities, and it sounds like it's all music or educating yourself, which is nothing wrong with that. You always have something to write about. If you continually are educating yourself, you always have something to write about. Cool. So what about if, you know, I'm gonna serve this question to you this way, because people like to take it different ways, but I'm gonna give it to you one way. You can only eat one thing for the next 2 weeks. Morning, noon, and night. This is the only thing you can eat.
Peanut butter jelly.
That's what it is?
Yep. Peanut butter jelly and milk
Get out.
all day.
That's it?
2 days, 2 weeks in a straight. I love peanut butter and jelly, man.
There you, what kind of jelly?
I don't care.
It could be strawberry.
It could be no strawberry, no shit. It's just regular grape. My fault. Regular grape.
Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, crunchy, smooth.
Nah, smooth.
There you
no
go.
Peanuts in it. It's straight smooth.
You get mad when you get it. You're like, what are you doing? What is that? All right, cool. So let's talk a little bit about while we're talking about the person, right? Mm-hmm. So let's talk about, is there like a line of advice or a mantra or motto that you live by that kind of propels the way you go about life?
Yeah, I like being myself. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. So you stress yourself trying to be something you're not. You go through things trying to be something you're not, and you don't have to go through it.
Right.
You know,
right.
Just be yourself. That's all I can. That's my motto.
That's the greatest motto of all time. More people need to feel that way. Yeah. You know, cool. I like that. I like that a lot. So you've done some shows in the area. It sounds like more than a few. Mm-hmm. You know, you're on your third compilation. You know, with the 845th Street and the World Collision joint coming out soon. When's it coming out?
Not sure. We'll let you know.
Okay.
Update.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Be hosting that. Anyway, but you're doing things with music and doing shows. So my next question to you is my favorite question of the whole show.
What's up? I
want to know about the first time you felt like a star.
All right. I was getting off of work at 12 p.m.
Okay.
12 p.m. No, yeah.
Grinding.
Yeah. And one of my friends hit me up to go out to New Paltz to just have a few drinks, and they had an open mic in there.
Okay.
Open mic, and I'm in dirty construction clothes. Yeah. And he convinced me to go up there and do one of my songs. And I was a little timid at first, because I'm like, yo, dude, look how I look. You know, I can't go up there like this. He egged me on, and I did it. And surprisingly, a lot of people came up to me after that. Okay. So I kind of took that one serious too. I was like, okay, people, that was my first time. Yeah. And doing it by myself, you know, not with none of my friends or anything like that. Right. So that was a big step for me, and that made me realize, like, hey, maybe you could do this. Yeah. So I kind of felt like a little star. Okay, that's what's up. See, I love asking that question for the exact reaction I get from people when I ask it. You know, that smile comes to me. You start thinking about that, you know, and it's just to show everybody out there, you know, don't just dream, inspire. Don't just imagine, create, and just don't believe, achieve. You know, you can do it. You just gotta want to do it and then do it. If that makes sense, you know what I mean. A lot of people rationalize their completed thought as a result, you know, and it's not. You gotta physically do it. You know what I mean? So that's dope. We talk a lot about the projects on the way, so let's talk a little bit more in closing with the interview and talk about projects you got coming, where they need to find this stuff, when you're gonna tell them about it, all that good stuff. Let them know. Like I said, World Collision, we keep you updated. Me, myself, personally, I have Something to Prove coming out soon. That's production by me, Magic, and Pavese. That will be everywhere you could possibly think of. Then Brigavelli got her EP coming out soon. Production by me, Pavese. That'll be everywhere soon. She also has a video coming out soon, too, called Yin Yang. I've seen that. Directed and edited by me. Okay. Yeah, anything that we release, you'll be able to find it anywhere, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere you could possibly think of. And yeah. Okay. 845th Street Entertainment.com specifically. It'll be there. There you go. There you go. I like it. Party people, it is Gabriel once again, Voice of the Valley, episode 6, season 2. They don't hear me when I say season 2. You know what I mean? Season 2. That's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work right but there. The 845's got a lot of talented people, so I'm imagining I'm going to have season, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Okay. We're going to keep shedding the light on people like you, your whole movement. Thank you. We're going to have people coming back. I have to do Magic on. We might even have this dude on very shortly.
Hopefully, maybe sooner than you know.
He loves the camera.
Yo, but he's Leek Jones.
How you doing?
Yo,
Nice
I
to
am
meet you.
Gabriel. This is Finally TV. We out.
We out.